You're going to see Jacob do the second ball break here. He was practicing and not having success with the front ball, so he's opted to go for this because he feels like he's more comfortable with making a ball there. Obviously, the layouts make it a little bit tougher, but I think he's up for the challenge. He's got one ahead of him right here. It's not the best layout.
We haven't seen too many of those today, but when we have, the layouts haven't been great. That's been the issue.
Playing somebody like Darren, I think the risk-reward of breaking big and not making a ball and leaving everything wide open, I think that risk is just too big. So he's opting to play a tougher layout for himself, but on the off chance that he doesn't make a ball, it makes the run out a little bit tougher for Darren.
Yeah, big and dry never works.
No, not at all. I know that too well.
Well, feels like he's just starting to run into trouble here.
Yeah, and he's going to have to play it a little, there. That's not a bad shot. Put the cue ball on the end rail. Darren's got work to do, but again, one of the best. It's going to be difficult for him to not get out and leave Jacob a shot. I don't see him missing very much.
Well, nice opening pot from Darren. He's still got a big challenge ahead of him.
Lots to do here with the 7 and the 3. The 3 might actually go in the side, and if he were to get that angle, he could then pop the 7 out, but I mean, getting the angle is no easy feat.
Yeah, Darren wants no part of this layout at all. Just going to turn it back over.
You may see this first rack. We may see a little bit more of what we saw earlier. This first rack may go quite a bit longer than some of the other ones have. So many exciting matches we've seen so far, kicking off with a 6-red shootout, seeing that absolute nail-biter between Jonathan Hennessy and Chris Melling, the almost comeback story with Jesse Moore against Christoph. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, it's been some brilliant performances and some great matches so far, and we've got plenty more to come. Quarterfinals, semi-finals and final tonight. We will crown our first champion here at the Louisiana Open, Louisiana Shootout.
Are they calling foul?
Not entirely sure. Well, foul's been called. I'm not entirely sure what it was for.
Well, and as unfortunate as it is, it seems as though there may have been a time foul, and Darren is off to the races here trying to move that 7.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be, but I wasn't paying too much attention actually, because it was just sort of into that safety battle. I was kind of just checking out the kind of scores from earlier on. It's a big moment really, although Darren hasn't immediately taken advantage.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to. That was the best shot he had to break that ball out. It's going to be a little tougher to get there from here. That makes it very difficult. This is no easy run out. Darren Dynamite Appleton gonna play safe and has done a pretty good job at it. Obviously a ball in the pocket makes it a little bit easier to maybe kick out of this, but even if he does, not a ton of advantage. Good contact. Played it pretty well, no foul.
Yeah, it's I feel like he's still holding that edge at the moment. It's a tight one though. So difficult for Darren to deal with a 7-ball here.
Even after the ball in hand situation with Darren, he's really in a pickle here. It looks like he's going to try and tie. Oh.
Taking a little bit of a gamble there. And fair to say it's not paid off at all.
Jacob Watson with a big opportunity here after a tough series of events there with the safety and the foul. It looks like he might be able to turn it into a positive.
Yeah, do you think Darren was just trying to draw that one back and just get rid of Jacob's ball over the pocket? And I mean,
you know, I'm not sure. I was trying to work it out, and I don't really know what his intention was.
Because if he leaves the cue ball, if he does manage to do that, draws the cue ball back to the bottom left-hand corner pocket, gets rid of Jacob's ball, then he's got more chance of maybe leaving nothing easy on. But whilst that ball was on the table, it was always going to leave an easy ball on.
Yeah, and Jacob, while he's no pro, he is definitely a very dangerous player. I don't want anything to do with him. I mean, he's good. He's very good. This is a little unfortunate, too. Got a little close to it.
I think he's okay.
I think he's got just enough good angle.
Yeah.
And
he's not playing as quick as I thought he would, so that tells me it's a little bit trickier than I thought.
And Trish on top of making sure we are playing all ball fouls, making sure that Jacob doesn't happen to hit the 7-ball with his cue or his shirt.
Oh, he's overdone it by quite a bit in the end. Maybe one he just overthought a little bit. I mean, maybe it looked easier from the commentary box, but I mean, he's hit that as thin as he could and has overcut it. So.
They all look easy from here,
well, they
guys.
do, yeah, of course. So not the start that Jacob wanted. Darren should get out from here, although that wasn't the best of shots.
You do see a lot of, anytime the balls are very, very, very close, it's a lot easier to overcut a ball than it would seem.
Yeah.
A lot of times when balls are close like that and somebody misses, it's because they overcut it. But this has been a very interesting first rack. If it's anything to do with how this match is going to go, we're in for a good one.
Yeah, I think, well, this is going to be the longest rack of the day.
Almost 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
And with the clock being so much further down, this is a good opportunity right here for Jacob to tie it up 1-1. It's not going to take a whole lot of time off the clock, but he will be able to tie it up.
Yeah, interesting for Darren to go the same way on the break as well. And if both players are going to do that, we haven't seen too many great leaves from it.
And Corey was playing the sideball break.
He changed. He did half the time he did, half the time he didn't. And
oh no!
Oh, is he going to get away with it? Yes, he is.
He did get away with it.
Although it wasn't the greatest cue ball.
When it rains, it pours sometimes, but he snuck out with that one. He's got a shot on the 15 here. Does the 11... It looks like the 11 can be gone past the point. Oh, what a good shot there. Playing the carom off the 12.
And that's changed this rack completely.
And Jacob really played a good shot there to give himself an opportunity. And that's all he was looking for, was just the opportunity. Nice control.
Yeah, and the work is done. That was such a good shot, and it came out, couldn't have come out any better for him, but still want to go through and make sure, and he's going to do that.
Yeah, the simplicity of every shot after the the tough carom is what got Jake that rack, and he ties it up 1-1. Dynamite and the kid going blow for blow with 20 minutes left in the match. See if he can work out this break a little better.
It's going to leave another awkward table, isn't it?
Awkward and open.
I feel like this is going to be a very short match in terms of number of racks played. 10 minutes in, 2 played.
And that last rack was not long at all.
Well, yeah, it was a
very quick
2 minutes run out from Jacob. So absolutely, it's all about the opening.
Well, there's a phenomenal shot. He got unfortunate with the 4-ball. He kind of moved everything, but he just didn't get a good outcome as a whole. The 7-ball is kind of a tough shot. He's going to take it on here. That's such a strong cut there. Really, the only thing he has to contend with is this 4-ball. He can get on everything else. I just don't know what the play is on the 4. Oh, well, that would have been the play. Luckily for him, he tied that ball back up, so Jacob can't just run this out. He's going to have to break that ball out if he does happen to win this rack.
Does he have the angle straight away? Probably not.
You know, it's possible. There's actually, I mean, if it doesn't go straight into it, he could actually manipulate the cue ball to go into the 4 and then to touch the 13, because that's all it needs to happen is a touch. But I don't think he'll have much of a shot afterwards, so. It's only going to get tougher from here for this run out.
He's going to give it a go, though.
He held that ball because he wants to shoot the 9 in the side and use that to move the 13 ball. Didn't quite get it. So now a little bit more work to be done. Still needs to move that 13 up against the green 6. Get it out of there, give it an opportunity to go to a pocket.
He's digging pretty hard here. Get the sense that Darren will be enjoying what he's seeing right now.
Yeah, you saw Jake there with a little bit of a smirk. He knows it's only getting tougher. He's going to make the 1 ball for Darren, I believe. Oh. Okay. Darren gets the opportunity at the table. He's just got to move the 6 ball. He's got an opportunity to do it right here. And he does successfully.
It's not come out great, though, unless it goes past the 4.
I think it squeezes past there.
Yeah, he's down on it quickly enough.
And then as long as he's on a decent side of the 2 ball, I think he'll be fine.
I think he's okay. He's come far enough across.
Well, he definitely used all of the pocket there, but that's okay. It fell, and Darren Appleton is poised to strike and take rack number 3. We're almost to the halfway mark. What was it, 23 seconds?
25, I think.
Oh no, that's not good.
Okay, so playing international 8-ball rules, the difference here, rather than having to play from behind the head string is that you get the cue ball in hand anywhere on the table.
If it goes off the table.
If you jump the cue ball off the table, it's anywhere on the table, which is a much bigger advantage, of course. Especially here, you can just get short position and away you go.
When Jacob has a real big opportunity here to tie it up. Again, the games that Jacob is winning are going extremely quick. And the games that Darren is winning are not. Just the way it happens, I guess, sometimes. But fairly soon, that match clock may come into play. Along with the regressed shot clock dropping from 30 seconds down to 15 once we hit the 10-minute mark. Darren has quite a bit of experience with the 15-second shot clock. Jacob, I don't think, has any, but he's definitely going to have to contend with it pretty soon. However, just a 5-ball away and a little bit of shape on the 6, and we're looking at 2-2. He's just got to make it happen here. He got a bump, but he's going to be okay. I actually think he may pull this hard and try and come up the table. That's what he's looking at. Kind of a stun draw. Is that what you call that, Simon? Stun?
Yeah, so it's not. You're not so deep on it.
Yeah. I know you guys say screw. I say draw.
Yeah, it's just screw and draw. Yeah, absolutely.
A stun or a drag, but Jake's really in a mess here.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised with the way he played. I felt like he could just get that and just pull it back and get into the 15, but he obviously felt he had too much angle.
He's looking at this ball off the 11. We saw him make a great shot earlier using a carom, but this is a stretch.
It's a big shot as well. Get back on terms or find yourself 3-1 behind, and the match clock, as we already talked about, is getting away. No, not to be.
Didn't leave Darren the best opportunity. He could see the 14 ball. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think Darren's fine here.
Yeah.
Opportunity to just separate enough and maybe start to control the match. Makes the next frame huge.
Toughest shot on the run is that combo. It shouldn't be any issue.
Yeah, we're just 2 minutes away from the last 10 minutes and 15 seconds a shot.
Oh no.
Wow, what a mistake.
Very unfortunate. And this 8-ball does cut in the side.
That's a huge error from Darren Appleton. We're sort of talking as though the rack was over, but big error.
Just goes to show you that these guys are human. They do miss. Not very often, but when they do, they do. This is a must-make for Jake Watson.
Oh, no.
I don't know if he'll get another opportunity like that.
Yeah, that was... it wasn't an easy 8-ball, of course, but to get that second opportunity was huge. And sometimes a player like Darren, you make a poor error like the one he's just made. It sort of just almost reminds you to concentrate. And you'd be shocked to see him make another mistake like that in the match.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not the best angle on the 15 here. Okay, more angle than I thought he had.
Yeah, he was okay. He was okay. Simple 8-ball, and he does get to 3-1 in front. And big opportunity missed by Jacob Watson.
And he still has it. He still has it. Such a good player. 8-ball moving. Made a ball.
He might not fulfill the 3-point rule here. this one will be checked when we. So you have to make. You get a point per ball potted, and you get a point per ball past the centre line. He definitely made one ball, so he gets one in and only one past the centre line. This is unfortunately for Jacob. This will be a re-rack, and it will be Darren's choice of whether he puts Jacob back in or he breaks again himself. And a tough one for him, but also not a surprise because of the way he's breaking in this match.
Sideball break, not allowing that third point, and points are just balls made or crossing the side pocket. Is that right? Yeah.
So if you drew a line through the centre of the side pockets, you need a ball to go fully past that line. He only had one ball go fully past that line, and he made a ball in the side as well. So he got 2 points, not the 3 that were required. So. A referee team will just double check this, and it will be re-racked. So our referee team have reviewed it. They always want to make sure it's right, especially in such big moments like this. They've reviewed it, and it will be, as we called, it will be a foul break, and they have to be re-racked. That's something to factor in. They absolutely have to be re-racked, and then it is Darren Appleton's choice. He's more than well within his rights to put Jacob straight back in. Going for the break here, and let's see if he changes his strategy. It doesn't look like he's going for that side ball anymore. Well, how often do we see this? Jacob foul breaks, and he's going to get the advantage out of it. He's going to get cue ball in hand. This is what we were talking about. Do you go for the big break with the bigger risk, or do you go for the less open layouts with the possibility of not making a ball in a break? This is huge for Jacob Watson. Absolutely huge. He's got to take advantage. Yeah, and it's a decent layout, this. Just take it one ball at a time. That's the strategy. 6 balls guarded. I don't know how much room there is to get to it, and obviously the 8 ball doesn't go to down the table. So there's just a couple of little half issues at the back end. They're not major problems. I definitely like the solids better than I like the stripes when the rack was started. So he took the right call. I think we're going to see him utilize that 7-4 to try and make something happen on the 6 ball. And we are into 15 seconds of shot territory now. We're in the final 10 minutes, and that just adds to the issues here for Jacob. And Jake is definitely picking up the pace. Now the question is, can this 6 ball be made? If it can be made, it's worked out really well for him, because it's like opened the pocket to bottom right for the 8 ball. And I believe he can throw this ball into the side pocket and it be a legal shot. Yeah, exactly. And all he has to do is work out getting on the 8 ball. There's a possibility of it going in off the 10. It's a tough shot. You obviously want a better opportunity than that, but it may be what he has to take. Yeah, didn't even think that would be an option, but he's played for it, so must be fairly comfortable with it. And at the end all be all, if he misses, he's blocked a pocket. Oof. Yeah, that's a bit of a wide. Didn't get particularly close to that one. I believe the shot clock got a hold of him there. Yeah. He went down very quickly when the beeps came in. And Darren not gonna ease up now. He's not left the best of angles here. Got any angle to get out at all? He's not gonna try and do too much. The 9 ball here opens up the 11. In a world where nothing goes wrong, this should be 4-1 for Dynamite Darren Appleton. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's putting too much attention on the match clock here. He's just going through the run out. 3 frames in front. He's going to be 7 minutes or thereabouts on the clock. It's a really strong place to be, but certainly would see other players maybe run that down to 6.5, maybe even a touch more than that.
Well, and we've seen 8 matches now. We've only seen the time clock come into play on 2 of them, and possibly on this one. So 3. I mean, that's a pretty good average there. Is this where you think maybe as any other player you would start taking that 13 and 14 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, possibly, now that he's made a ball, absolutely, but he didn't have, there was no effort made in the previous frame when he was clearing up. He was all but guaranteed to go to the 4-1 mark. He was in perfect shape all the way, so he could have used up an extra minute, maybe 35, 40 seconds, maybe to a minute. So I don't think that the match clock's in his mind. I think he's comfortable, he's 4-1 up, and he's just playing normal pool right now.
He's just looking to win the race to 6, winning 6 to whatever.
I don't think there's any attention being put on the match clock. Now, maybe if there was 4 minutes left at this stage, then maybe you think slightly differently, because you could run, if you run 2 minutes, then you really are hurting your opponent. But with 7 minutes to go, he just needs to make the clearance, and he's got a great opportunity to do just that.
And as we're talking, just time ticks away so quickly when you're staring at that match clock. Another
a bit of a wide from
very uncommon error from Darren, and Jacob coming to the table with speed. He understands the situation he's in. Jacob playing a safe here, putting Darren on the back rail. Darren's got all the control in this situation. This is a tap safe. Well, I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, he's sort of confusing us. The way he's gone about the last 3 visits has been quite strange.
Giving Jacob an opportunity here to get this rack.
I feel like Darren just thinks he's in the comfort zone here, that he's going to win this match, but it isn't over yet. There's still, just under 5.5 minutes to go. Jacob gets out here, it's back to a 2-frame match, and he has the next break.
I truly thought he was just going to go for that tap safe. Well, and here we are, 4-2, with right around 5 minutes left on the match. I think maybe he's going to go at it with a little bit more power this time. He has an understanding of the 3-point system, so he's going to do what he can to change that. A little more power.
Oh, no, disaster.
And a big scratch.
So we're down to sub 5 minutes, and Darren has the cue on hand.
Not the best layout, but here's the point in the match. Like you said, maybe not at 7, but maybe at 4. We're there.
Yeah, this is where.
So this is where you take that time.
But the way he went about his last 2 finishes, I don't think that's in his mind at all. I think he's in the comfort zone here, that he just feels he's going to win this match naturally anyway. So just play pool.
He's definitely the better player, and he understands this game way better than I do. But having those odd misses that he's had in this match, I think maybe I'm looking at it and trying to play that clock. Definitely don't want to give Jacob another opportunity at the table, that's for sure.
If he gets out here, it's the right decision. Not wasting the time on the clock. But if you go through it quickly and you don't get out, then all of a sudden you're leaving enough time for Jacob. But he's in good shape here.
No extension. Does he have a shot here?
Yeah, the 5 goes in the side. It's just a poor angle.
And he played it off of both the 8 and the 14.
Didn't land on the 2 that he was hoping, though. So now, I mean, he would like to have used up more time on the clock, you feel.
He can definitely see this ball. Where's his shot on the 2 ball? I mean, he's got a shot. It's not the easiest shot, and it's not the easiest to control the cue ball back and forth like that. A lot of stuff in the way. He said, watch me bank this ball in.
Yeah, just casually banks it in, and now you have to say his decision not to worry about the match clock's the right one, because he's made the clearance. It's those are the decisions you make out there. And
Cannot fault that.
yeah, under 3 minutes to go, and he's 3 clear once again. Roberto Gomez and Jeff DeLuna. And Corey Yule, Shane Thompson, Chris Melling, and the winner of this one, which right now looks like it's going to be Darren Appleton. He's 1 away, but he's also 2 minutes 51 seconds away, and very nearly our first golden break of the day. But he has the opportunity at the table anyway.
And this is where, with 2 minutes and 45 seconds, you're just drifting the ball into the hole every 13 seconds.
Again, I don't think Darren's going to think like that, though. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's what you should do, but
I think we're at the point where I don't know if Jacob could run that many racks. Even with the golden break opportunity, I don't think Jacob can run what he needs 3 in 2 minutes.
So he'd need Darren to miss in the next minute, then he'd need a ultra quick clearance, then a golden break, and then he'd need a miracle. I'm with you 100%. It's not going to happen here. It doesn't really matter if Darren gets out or not.
But if you have followed the Ultimate Pool Facebook page, you've seen the videos. You've seen these guys make crazy clearances in crazy amounts of time. So let's not. I guess we can never count it out.
Never
really.
rule it out, because you've got the golden duck as well, but it's just so unlikely. But you can just never know in this game. But Darren's still going here, and he's still in decent shape.
And Darren's pace is not. It's not super fast, and it's not super slow. He's just kind of
just his normal match pace, I think.
Absolutely. Well, this has been fun to watch. Again, Jacob with several opportunities. Maybe not the best opportunities, but he's done good with what he's had. The match timer he ran out of time.
Oh, Darren's going to try and beat the clock here, but he's just about has a shot on the 8 ball. Not a great one.
We're going to see him cut this. What a good shot.
In it goes, so he's going to beat the clock. Darren Appleton does book a matchup in the quarterfinals with Chris Melling. A good showing from Jacob Watson, but just too many got away from him. But it is dynamite Darren Appleton that marches on to the quarterfinals.